In 1988, when the Winter Olympics were being held in Calgary, Sarah entered a contest and was chosen to be one of the torch bearers that got to run the torch across the country to Calgary. Not only that, she was chosen as the representative of her day to go to Calgary and participate in the opening ceremonies. So as we were watching the Olympics this past winter, that got her thinking about her Olympic experience, and so she went and found her keepsake box and pulled it down and found her uniform that they gave her and found a bunch of pictures and all sorts of things. It was really neat for her to go through that and remember those things. It was really kind of cool. But as she dug through that box of keepsake stuff, not only did she find something she really liked, but so did I. I found this. This little airplane is mine. I have no idea how it ended up in Sarah's keepsake box, but this airplane is mine. I had it when I was like 9 years old, and I played with it constantly. I loved this airplane. And so when I looked in her keepsake box and I pulled this thing out, I was really excited. I was like 9 years old again. In fact, I was so happy to see this little toy that now it resides on that shelf back there and reminds me of how much fun I had when I was a 9-year-old kid dreaming about airplanes. Whether you're rediscovering something that's really interesting and important, like Sarah's Olympic stuff, and if you've never heard that story, you should ask her about it, or whether you are finding little things like this that just give you some joy, rediscovering lost treasures is a good thing. It's really fun to discover something that you once thought was really cool but kind of forgot about, and oh, here it is again, because not only do you see it anew, but you get to remember all those other good feelings about it too. This week in the sermon, what I want to do is I want to show you part of the New Testament that I think we have forgotten. I think we've probably misused or misunderstood. We've kind of forgotten how important it is. And so I want to rediscover something that is truly a really good gift to us, something that we not only benefit from, but something that we need to be sharing with others. The sermon this week is called The Gift of Repentance. I don't think we see repentance as we ought to. I don't think we really understand it. I don't think we talk about it nearly enough. And maybe we need to understand it better so we can offer this gift to others. Hopefully after this Sunday, you will never see repentance the same way again. You'll see it in a much, much better light. In our Bible study, we are still in the book of Jude. We're actually in Jude, verse 19, and we might make it to the end this time. We keep running into lots of things to talk about, and again, there are still lots of things to talk about in this section of the book. So read ahead and see what's in there that you would like to discuss. We might get done the book this week. It might take us one more week after that, but we're in Jude 19, heading towards the end of the chapter. So start reading there and have a look around. And if you'd like to get ahead of things, I announced last week that once we're done the book of Jude, we're heading to 1 Samuel. The Old Testament book of 1 Samuel contains stories about King David and King Saul and David and Goliath, and there's all sorts of neat stories in there, things we can learn from. We'll show you pictures and locations from the Holy Land. There's lots of things we can teach out of 1 Samuel, and I'm really looking forward to that. So read ahead there if you would like. I'll remind you too that we are still doing noon lunches, and that's been really fun. It's been a great way to get reconnected and visit with one another. So I'll just remind you again, bring some stuff to share, something simple, sandwiches, soup, desserts, vegetables, stuff like that. Doesn't have to be fancy or a big deal, but bring enough for your family and one more so we can invite people to stay if they didn't know about it. It's been really nice seeing people coming back to worship service. It's been really nice visiting after worship service. I understand if you're still not comfortable coming, but I would encourage you to think about it. I'd encourage you to think about heading our way on Sunday. It would be good for us to see you, and it would be good for you to visit with others. So Of course, the video will be recorded and posted Sunday afternoon for those who are unable to come. But if you're able to be here on Sunday, that would be great. Looks like it's going to be a super day of worship, encouragement, hope, and being together.